To a beautiful Monday here at Oh Hey Guys. I'm Drew Harrison. Thank y'all so much for kicking off another week with your boy. First things first, before we get into anything, Ed is safe. The zebra that has been running free in Tennessee has finally been captured. That's right, I'm saying captured because my man was living his best life running through the streets and the woods of this beautiful Rutherford County. He was tranked. He was hoisted in a harness way above the ground. My man could have been scared of heights. They didn't check with him first. I hope he's at least having a little treat to himself today after his excursion. There's a cool concept called a sports bra. It is a women's sports bar where they only show women's sports on all the TVs. Took off in Portland. It is expanding to 4 other cities. We got St. Louis, we got Boston, we got Indy, and we got Vegas. So loving that this franchise is taking off, especially perfect timing with the WNBA taking off. We got 2 women's pro volleyball leagues. MLB just made a huge investment in the AUSL, the Women's Traveling Softball League. And boy, can I tell you, some of those ladies that we saw in the Women's College World Series that just got drafted, you're going to want to catch it. You're going to want to see it. Women are killing it, and I think it's a great idea to have a local sports bar that women can go hang out and watch their people on the TV. Also, it's got better food, better vibes about it. Like, come on, it's top notch. All-American Rejects are making a comeback. Yes, I said that right. In 2025, All-American Rejects are making a comeback, not by doing stadium tours or even small theaters. Nope, they are doing backyards. I guess this is just in case the lead singer, Tyson Ritter's OnlyFans doesn't take off. Yeah, he's got one. The Goodyear blimp turns 100 today. I thought that was going to be a staple in sports events going forward because it was so prevalent in my childhood. So shout out to big old dose of nostalgia there. The Goodyear blimp turning 100 today. You love to see it. We got a great show for you. We got an awesome music video of the week you're going to want to check out. Me and my awesome wife try some fun sodas. I had to do it. The Sprite tea. Had to check it out. So stay tuned. Awesome show for you. But first, we got On This Day. All right, it's time for On This Day, where I give you random facts you can dazzle your coworkers and family members and friends with that you can remember for a short amount of time and then forget so it doesn't take up the brain space. See, I'm looking out for you. All right. In 1923, Brinks put out the first armored security van. 23. They've been armored cars since 1923. That's pretty awesome. But I guess in the 20s, that makes sense. You had a lot more bank robbers. Like, you literally could have your perfect, like, what do you do? Oh, I'm a bank robber. So that makes sense. Brinks were like, we got to step up our game, and early on. In 1934, we got our first Donald Duck appearance in The Wise Little Hen. That's awesome, man. I'm a massive fan of the cartoons, and Donald Duck is right up there because nothing ever goes his way, like a good cartoon should. The main character, nothing should ever go your way, but you persevere, because that's what you do. In 1946, New York Giants manager Mel Ott was ejected in both games of a doubleheader. First manager to ever accomplish that feat. My man got kicked out, started a new game the same day, got kicked out again. I hope it was the same umpire. I hope he walked out the second game and the umpire's like, we're not doing this. No, you're out. You're out. I don't want to hear it. You're out. In 1973, Secretariat won the Triple Crown. It was the first one in 25 years. It was the 105th Belmont. Took home the win, thus securing the Triple Crown. And we have found out that Secretariat has lineage to a lot of the winners since then. They put that horse to work when he retired. That's On This Day, June 9th. Dazzle your friends, coworkers, and family members with all that fun, useless knowledge. Up next, we got sports. All right, it is time for sports. We got a lot to talk about during a time where not a lot is going on. Texas, congrats. Don't like saying that a lot, but congrats on winning the Women's College World Series. First time ever taking out Texas Tech and their $1 million gunslinger. Don't feel bad for Texas Tech's pitcher, though. She did re-up and get another 7-figure deal to return next year, so should be all right. Let's do some NFL updates. We got Terry McLaurin wanting a new contract. Hope that doesn't get sticky in Washington because they have a bright future ahead of them. Looks like Nick Chubb is going to join Joe Mixon in that backfield in Houston. That could be dangerous if he gets a resemblance of being healthy. Amon-Ra St. Brown has knee surgery. Hoping he gets back in time for the season. And now Anthony Richardson, the Colts quarterback that finds himself in a battle with, checks notes, Daniel Jones, has a shoulder injury that's going to keep him out for minicamp. Not a good way to start this competition, bruh. Last week, I feel like I got a little egg on my face. I told you Tibbs from New York had a big offseason planned, and then the next day they fired him. So I hope that doesn't change his plans. Hope he's still got a big offseason planned, and unemployment's not going to hamper him much. And the Knicks, who do you turn to? The Mavs already said you can't talk to Jason Kidd. Jay Wright from Villanova said, I know you got a bunch of my players, but no thank you. So I truly don't know where they turn. And really, what does it even matter? Because the coach is going to be on such a hot seat that he'll get fired in 2, 3, maybe 4 years. The finals are tied up after SGA said you're not going to come back on us in game 2. Halliburton didn't even get close. SGA was like, we're keeping it double digits at the end because I don't want no late night heroics from Halliburton. So Oklahoma City tied up 1-1 as they head to Indiana. In the NHL, it's also tied 1-1 heading into Game 3. Both of them have been overtime bangers. This is going to go to Game 7 again. It's just going to be great. It's awesome hockey. These two teams are so evenly matched. I hate the Panthers, so come on, Connor McDavid. Pulling for you to get your first cup. Hopefully not a mini. I want the Hurricanes going like a streak here. You know what I mean? I know you've seen it. Aaron Rodgers has signed with the Steelers 1-year deal worth $13.65 million, up to $19.5 with incentives if he plays and wins, I guess. I don't know what Pittsburgh's doing here. But if Kirk Cousins or Mason Rudolph were the only other options, I kick the tires on Rodgers a little bit. Tomlin's streak's really going to come under pressure here. He hadn't had a losing record, but Aaron Rodgers, you saw what he did with the Jets the last couple of years. I do think the Steelers have a good team. So if Aaron Rodgers can have any kind of resemblance of the old days at 41, I think the Steelers can be a 9-7 team, I guess. In a weird twist, we found out that Derrick Henry wants to be in a Adam Sandler movie. So much so he reached out, and Adam Sandler's response, rush for 2,000 yards this year, and you got it. Baltimore could be dangerous with a Hollywood-hungry Derrick Henry wanting to get in an Adam Sandler movie. I mean, who doesn't want to be in an Adam Sandler movie, you know? So good for him. I hope he runs for 2,000 yards. Because the best thing is, I'm a Panthers fan. The Ravens are nowhere near my division. So go off, King. Coco Gauff won the French Open. That's awesome. Tennis is just way more fun when Americans are good at it. We had 4 American men make it to the 4th round. I didn't even know 4 Americans were good at tennis in the men's side. Last but not least in sports this week, David Beckham to be knighted. I mean, the hair transplant did you good, buddy. You got a football team in Miami. You got Messi to come over. Now you're getting knighted. My guy. Killing it. That's it for sports. All right. This week, I'm joined by Evan Burke, who is my co-host on my wrestling podcast, Spandex Stand-Ups. Check him out on Instagram at Evan Burke. Evan, what tale from the road do you have for me this week?
Oh, man. This one probably goes back to like 2011.
Oh, I love it. This is early days of Evan Burke comedy, huh?
Still in college, and I was fraternity president of AEPI, the Jewish fraternity.
All right.
And I had been going to all these like national conventions and conclaves, like, you know, things I was required to. And, while I was in college, I was doing a lot of comedy, so I would go to and I was putting on philanthropy events for my fraternity, like comedy shows while I was in college.
Okay.
So we would, rent out an improv theater, sell tickets, donate all the money to the charity and stuff. So when we'd go to these conclaves and conferences, they'd be like, what philanthropy events are you guys doing? What type of fundraisers? And we did one called Splash Bash, which was amazing, where we would like fill water bottles with water paint. Everyone would get a white T-shirt.
Okay, yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah.
That was one of our staples. But I was like, yeah, we're also doing these comedy shows. So I met these guys at William and Mary College.
Okay.
In what is that? Williamsburg,
Is that
Virginia?
Yeah.
And they booked me to come up there and do a show. And at the time, I was, doing a lot of shows with Dusty Slay.
Okay.
We were both
Early
living
days?
in Charleston at the
Yeah.
time, kind of early days. And this was around a time where I would, kind of book these random road gigs and then be like, hey, Dusty, you want to come come along? And so we went to do this show for this fraternity. And, they told us that, they would have a place for us to crash at the frat house, and we were getting paid decently well.
Okay.
So we were like, well, let's just get the money, and we don't need a hotel. If they can provide us with a place to crash, that'd be cool. Well, after we're supposed to sleep at the frat house, but then after the show, they decided to have a party at the frat house.
Of course.
And the place where we're supposed to be sleeping is just now kind of being occupied by people just having a blast and
Enjoying themselves.
And, I'm still in college at the time, so I'm, like, kind of down for this or whatever. Dusty's obviously, a bit older at the time, so he's kind of like, let's...
I don't know.
So a couple of the fraternity brothers decide that they're like, hey, you guys can go to our apartment and post up in the living room and sleep, and that'll be fine. So we're like, cool, thanks, So they give us the keys, they give us the apartment information. We go over there, and we end up kind of getting all settled up in their living room area. Like, we're kind of sleeping on the couches, like, and the floor. Like, we just kind of figured it out. And then, like, a couple of hours later, they come back with two women, each of them. Each of these roommates come back with a girl, and then they decide to, like, sit in the living room and, like, want to watch a movie with us. And so then Dusty, like, we're sleeping, we're, like, passed out, these guys get back, and then next thing you know, we have to do that thing where we, like, sit up so that they can sit on the couch, and it's, like, 2 or 3 in the morning. And we're just like, God, then we just, like, watch this movie, and then eventually everybody kind of went to sleep. We woke up the next morning, we had, Dusty and I rolled out. I think we ended up having Shoney's. Which was terrible. And then I got back to Charleston. Both of us had gigs that night. I think he was doing a gig called Stand Up Get Down, and I was hosting at the Music Farm for Afro Man that night.
That's fantastic.
We got no sleep. The show itself was quite a bit of fun. It was in like a college, kind of like a college lecture hall.
Okay.
And yeah, that was kind of a wild. That was a bit more.
Do you
of a
remember?
wild one.
Were you too sleepy, or do you remember what movie y'all had to watch?
Oh my gosh, what movie was it? I feel like it was a Will Ferrell movie. I don't remember
Step
what
Brothers?
movie it was. It felt like Step Brothers or something.
I feel like that's a Step Brothers situation.
It felt like
for
Step
sure.
Brothers. So we were just like, "What is going on?" Like, all we wanted to do was go to sleep, and we didn't know why these guys wanted to sit next to us and watch this movie with these girls and. We had been on the road, so we couldn't have smelled good. We had, hadn't showered.
That's my favorite, man, is getting off the road and getting that shower. Oh, it's the best.
Yeah, no, we weren't using any of these showers. I mean, so many places we've stayed at were just disgusting.
Oh, no doubt.
So that's one of the more memorable ones that sticks out to me
can see why,
in my days. Yeah.
Well, thank you, man. Check out Evan Burke Comedy at Evan Burke on Instagram. Check out one of Evan's shows when he comes near you. Welcome to What You Eating? I used to drag my wife into eating chicken sandwiches on our show, Drive-Thru Reviews, but now it's just sodas.
It's just sodas.
With a lot of sugar.
Well,
my goodness, don't look at the nutrition facts on these.
Yeah, these are not for health-conscious people in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. So today we got Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream, and I cannot help myself. I've seen the reaction videos of people drinking and trying the Sprite tea.
I don't know why you hate yourself so much.
I love Sprite. I love sweet tea. But man, those videos so far have not been good. So it's one of those things that you gotta try it.
So it is sweet tea?
It just says tea.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's sweet Well, with all the sugar we see in it, how can it not be sweet tea?
I mean, I don't know. Go check a can of our regular Sprite to see if how.
Very true. But it's one of those good news, bad news scenarios, so I want to try yours first.
Yeah, I'm not trying yours.
Oh, I know. But I'm saying I want to try yours first. I love that sound.
It definitely smells like strawberries and cream.
Oh, yeah. Goodness gracious. It smells like those candies.
No, it reminds me of those
the Lifesavers.
of the oatmeal.
Oh, oatmeal.
I know you hate oatmeal, but I love that strawberries
What
and
you
cream.
eating? Not oatmeal.
Oh, those and cream oatmeals they have. I love that growing up. Not bad. I like it.
I mean, it's Dr. Pepper. You can't go wrong.
No, it's pretty great. It's not overpowering. It's just like a lingering aftertaste.
That's fantastic.
That's really good.
That's real good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Now you get to torture yourself. I will. Ooh.
That didn't seem like a whole lot of carbonation. So that's good. I like that. I'm not a big carbonation person. Oh, but it is fizzing a little bit. It's giving you the Sprite.
I mean, it was like the cap was a little.
That's Sprite all day.
Yeah, it does just smell. It looks like dipped Sprite.
Bold choice in going with the clear bottle. I think if this was a ginger ale green, I think I'd feel a little bit better about it.
Yeah, that was a big one. Oh my God, that was such a big sip. Oh my God, you don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
Oh, you weirdo.
I don't know how to describe it though.
Oh, everyone in the South is trying to take away your Southern card right now.
No, I mean, don't do that, please, because I love sweet tea. But it's not as terrible as everyone's made it out to be. I mean, it's not the best thing I've ever had, but it is Sprite mixed with tea. It's as advertised. They tell you straight up, Sprite plus tea equals this.
Yeah.
It's Sprite and tea, guys.
Mine's way better.
Way better. I mean, I highly prefer that. And I would much rather prefer regular sweet tea and then later on a Sprite, not put together. But I was a weird kid that would mix a bunch of drinks from our refrigerator together as a kid. So that kind of takes me back to those days where I'd make my own concoctions. I had a little recipe book. I was adorable.
You garbage can even when in private?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mainly in private.
Okay.
Is garbage can suicide?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we call them.
Yeah.
You have the PG version, I guess. All right, well, that's what you're eating. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
All right, let's get into music video of the week. I got a good one for you this week. It is a 9-minute banger from YungBlud called Hello Heaven. Hello. This is a movie, epic tale, cinema classic disguised as a music video. YungBlud first came onto my radar when he did a nice little light cover with Halsey of a Death Cab for Cutie song. It's like a live performance music video, so we might cover it at some point. But I digress. This week, we're focused on this video. Cut to the beginning of it. We are in a snow-covered field, mountainous area on a horse. No shirt, though. It's too hot for a shirt, Cold-blooded. Snow can't keep me down. But it stays in this for a little bit. We even get him rocking some like Game of Thrones type costume stuff. I don't know. He looked like a night watchman to me. This horse is gorgeous, but you could tell in his eyes he does not want to be here for this. Then he, as a transition around the 2:45, 3-minute mark, he's on his horse, the most beautiful horse that does not want to be here. But he starts ascending from the horse. Now you think he's going to be in like a heaven type scene from where he's going. Nope. He's in a studio, black and white, with a band. And is that an orchestra? We got some strings here. He goes into this crazy performance. The guitar riff sounds just like a Rush song. It's a definite change of pace from his melodic ballad that he was singing to his horse in Winter Wonderland. Of course, no shirt again, and he's wearing the pants that are just barely hanging on for dear life. He definitely got a manzillion for this one. I wish I could read what that said on his ribs, because I'm sure it's the best tattoo you've ever seen in your life. And then out of nowhere, it's almost like this music video is dead and buried. He's doing the eulogy at some weird cross grave site. The view is beautiful, but it makes no sense. in the best way possible. I mean, obviously, you got to give cinematic credits for a cinema classic. You know, it was just 9 minutes. That can't qualify as a music video anymore. That's a short film. They're going to register this in cons this year, I promise. That was the delightful music video of the week. YungBlud, Hello Heaven. Hello. It is top 5 time, and since we're coming up on cookouts and barbecue season, and I don't care how fancy you get, a good chip dip combo is the perfect appetizer for your pool party or backyard get together. So let's do top 5 chip and dip combos. Before we get going, it's not a dip chip combo per se, but shout out to a good club cracker pimento cheese. I mean, you mean to tell me mayonnaise and cheese put together is good? It's delicious. You mayo haters can miss me with all that, all right? And it's Dukes or nothing, okay? I mean, not nothing. I'll take others in a pinch because it's still mayonnaise, and I love it. But Dukes. And I know what you're thinking. When's he going to say ranch? I got resting, I order a lot of ranch face. I get it. I understand that. Sometimes at restaurants when I sit down and I order food, the waitress goes ahead and finishes my sentence like, with ranch. And I'm like, no. Okay, maybe. But you're not going to find it on this countdown. So how about that? Number 5, it is pita chips and hummus. The chickpea. Much like avocados, I prefer it mashed with other delicious ingredients in dip form. And pitas are already so good, but then you fry them or bake them, make them a little crunchy. So it's pitas and hummus at number 5. At number 4, Doritos and queso. Now I know what you're saying, Drew. Don't you mean tortillas and queso? Why not spice it up a little bit? Have a little flavor on your chip before it goes into the queso. Huh? You can go with the classic nacho cheese, switch it up a little bit with some cool ranch, but might I suggest the new Dorito, the white cheddar Dorito. It's in a fancy packaging. It's one of those baked, like fancier, supposed to be healthier Doritos. You know, get you some fancy bowls. No one will know the difference. At number 3, it is Frito scoops and buffalo chicken dip. Nah, I love buffalo chicken dip. I head right for it. If it's out there on a potluck line, that's numero uno on it for me. And you can't beat a good corn chip. So the both of them together, you get the saltiness of the corn chip. Just so good with all its shredded chicken and cheesy goodness. The spiciness. Do y'all like barbecue Fritos? Like, I don't see like a lot of people eat them, but I love them. Whenever I see them, it reminds me to get them, and I enjoy it every time. Number 2, we got blue corn tortilla chips and salsa. I could go to any Mexican restaurant and crush some chips and dip all day. Keep it coming. But if you're going to put it up a notch, give me some blue corn tortillas so I can pinky out while I dip into some homemade salsa from some recipe you found online and rushed together that morning before company came. I'm here for it. Salsa's like pizza. You know, I've had so many variations of it, and I still like most of them. Can't say all. Cannot say all, but most. Number 1 on the countdown this week, we got homemade tater chips and French onion. Now, I know what you're saying. You probably thought I was going to go ranch there, and you could. Technically, you could put ranch there, and I'm not going to be mad at it if that's the only option. But if you got some oniony sour cream to dip that thinly sliced, fried up with a little bit of salt potato, keep those coming all day. That's our top 5 chip and dip combo to impress your guests you have over this summer. And thank you guys so much for checking out our show this week. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Share us with all your family, friends, everybody you know, random people on the street, really. You know, if you just want to hit play while you go like walk the dog and just have it going on in the background, or play us in loop for your dog when you go to work. Huh? Even better. And remember, guys, we're all weird. It's more fun if we're weird together. We'll see you next Monday. Same time, same channel.